Good morning. It is Monday, June 24th. It is 6/24/24. We're 90 days out from September 22nd. The DTD2 has moved. We are into our Ys and our Zs, and we're texting our Xs because we're done with yet another quarter. We're going into Q3 at the end of this week. So on the other side of this week, we go into Q3. Some things to remember, too, from a scheduling standpoint. I know you saw the email with the heads up and the reminder that if you are closing out your financial year, because obviously we have our calendar year, which goes to December 31st. This will not be on the quiz later, don't worry. The calendar year goes to December 31st. When you talk to most people in corporate America looks at their calendar from a July 1st standpoint. You'll see a lot of companies sort of do their corporate reset on July 1st or after the holiday. And then for us, all of us have our financial year. The pollen's killing me. I apologize. And then a lot of us have our financial years that are just all over the place. And I mean that from a standpoint of your cap year with the company, right? So when do you roll is the question. Everybody always asks, when do you roll? When do you reset? So if you are somebody who is a July 1st baby, that means that you are rolling up and closing out your cap year this week. If you have anything that you need to get in for the transmittals, those are taking place next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we need that stuff in. If you got closings happening this week, you got stuff you want to get in, you got that 3 you want to hit at the buzzer, that needs to be in this week. I know you saw the email from Tristan and Kaylee. Please pay attention to that. If you're a July 1st baby and you're about to roll and you want deals to get in because you are fully capped and you want those back at 100%, please get those in expeditiously as they close out this week. Congratulations to all of you that have closings this week. Again, you guys continue to set the bar in the marketplace with the business that you're doing. We saw it at our All Partners meeting. We are looking at national averages. We're looking at board averages. We're looking at county averages. We're looking at state averages. And you, time and time again, continue to blow them out of the water. So congratulations to you and all the hard work that you're putting in. So please don't forget, transmittal starts next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And we need everything in before that so we can tell our story to Texas about how great you guys have worked and how hard you have worked in June. All that aside, today we are into it. Again, a DTD2 as we close out the quarter is you're calling your Ys and your Zs, you're texting your Xs, which always sounds funny. That'll keep some of you busy for a while, I trust. At 11 o'clock today, we are going to meet with the Hudson Warren. Hudson Warren is our bold coach. He is coming to Southern New Hampshire, our host city over there in the metropolitan KW. Our dear friends over in Bedford are going to be hosting Bold starting Thursday, August 9th. Thursday, August 9th. So if you want more information, you want to get to know the coach, this is always like the number one question. Who's the coach going to be? For a lot of people, it is. And you've probably heard me say time and time again, I would appreciate if you would ignore the chef and eat the food. No matter how delightful Hudson is, and he is, you're going to meet him today at 11 o'clock. Keller TV today at 11 o'clock. You get to meet the coach. He is going to have a conversation with us about, the market of the moment, obviously the opportunity of Bold, which is coming Thursday, August 9th, and you're going to get to know him, get his flavor. For a lot of people in that moment, you're going to be like, I'm in. Where do I go? It is actually gotobold.com, GOTOBOLD.com. Go to bold.com to sign up. And then some people, when they meet the Bold coach, are like, oh, I don't know. Now, here's the thing. And I know this in my role, and anyone should know this. You walk into a room full of people, half the people are going to get it, half the people aren't. And it's none of my business, and it's none of your business what the rest of the world thinks about us. Because we're going to find our people, right? You do that when you're starting a book club. You do that if you're starting a podcast. You do that if you're running a coaching program. Hudson's going to do that when he is doing this Bold. He's going to find the people that want to do the next right thing, that want to do it with like-minded and like-hearted people. Like-minded people want to do the right thing. like-hearted people want to do the right thing the right way. And we're going to build this community starting Thursday, August 9th. Location still to be determined, just in case you're wondering. We have the coach, we have the dates, we have all the things. We don't have a lock on the location yet. There's still time, obviously. But I can tell you it starts Thursday, August 9th. Now, when you're thinking about it, should you be thinking about it? If you are not like, I'm all in, I know I'm going to get reimbursed for this class. It is $7.99. There is a financial commitment for this. I've already heard from a handful of mega agents that they're going to sponsor people. When you get sponsored by a mega agent, if that's something you want to look into, I can tell you the mega agent is going to sponsor half the class for you. So they're going to put up their half of the $7.99. You're going to put up your half of the $7.99, and they will get paid back first. There's a reimbursement program. Should you join Bold when you graduate on September 26th, the final Thursday of September, that's how this course is running, you'll have until March 26th. You'll have a full 6 months to get your first 4 deals after graduating from Bold. And then you go into opportunities and you tell Kristen, yeah, we're changing everybody's name. Tristan and Kaylee. Taylor and Kristen. Nope. Sounds like a bad 80s lounge act. You're going to tell Tristan and Kaylee, this is my Bold closing 1, Bold closing 2, Bold closing 3, Bold closing 4, and they're going to pay you back $199. Why do we do this? Nathan has done this. I just said Aiden. I'm having a stroke. Nathan has done this forever. And the ALC has voted this through forever. Here is what we know. When people invest in themselves and attend Bold, it's going to improve their businesses. The national average, and I know that's a throwaway phrase, the national average is 11 new pieces of business, buyers, sellers, and purchase and sales, right? It's a combination of those three. Massive opportunity. That's today at 11 o'clock. KellerTV.com. So jump in on that and have a chance to meet Hudson Warren, our Bold coach, who starts Thursday, August 9th. If you get more questions about that, we're here for it. You can get more questions answered today from the man himself, Hudson Warren, who is a phenomenal talent. We are blessed to be having him coming this way. It's a phenomenal opportunity to have him coming this way. People that have done Bold, and I can tell you right now, she's already said she's doing it. She's definitely going to do it. We have the one and only. Oh, I got somebody calling. We have the one and only Melissa Lesniak is going to join us, and that's going to take place. That'll be her on August 9th. She will step into her 25th Bold. Her 25th Bold. I think she said 25. Maybe it was 23, but I think it's 25. It's some ridiculous number, which begs the question, wait a minute. Why has she done it so many times? Why would a veteran agent continue to go to Bold? Because they know it works. So that's ultimately what's happening, and that's why we're doing that. Somebody's still calling. Okay, somebody stopped calling. So that takes place at 11 o'clock. 1 o'clock, Ask Your Brokers. That's at Keller TV as well. And then Make Money Mondays with the Region takes place at 2 o'clock. The link for that is in the morning news. All of this is in the morning news. I trust you have been finding as well. We have been, we brought back the, what's going on this week, right? And what's on the way is what we're calling it. It's the wow. It's the Sunday night wow. Sunday night at 7 o'clock, you'll notice in your email that you're going to have that email from us that tells you, the high points of the week, things that are going on this week that are extraordinary, not the commonplace things that happen on a weekly basis, but events that you might have forgotten about that you may want to sign up or you may want to be there for. And that hits at 7 o'clock on Sundays, so you probably saw that last night. I can tell you this week, the biggest event on our calendar that we'd love to see your face at is the Business Planning Clinic. That takes place on Thursday here in Portsmouth. It's the halftime Business Planning Clinic. We do it every summer. It's the Thursday before the 4th of July. Now I have an eyelash. Man, I'll tell you, today's the day between the pollen and the eyelashes. So sign up for that. We've got lunch for you. It's an opportunity to go through the Red Book. If you feel you need to read the Red Book to be in this class, I can assure you that you don't. So join us for this. That's on Thursday. It's a full day training. I'll have you out the door by 4:22. I'm always shooting for just after 4 o'clock to get you guys out the door. But we're going to go through the economic model. We're going to go through the lead gen model. We're going to go through the budget model. And we're going to go through the organizational model. So how are you building your business, right? Where does the income come from? How are you lead generating for that? How are you managing your money? And then as growth continues, how do you grow in the systems and the models that we know build a business properly? And you're not just adding people to the boat. So we'll do all that. You'll leave with an actionable item. You'll leave with some action items. You'll leave with a tangible goal, should you choose to. We're going to ask you to do that. We'll do that together as a group before we escape on Thursday afternoon. So that's coming up. The algorithm on Facebook, changing gears. The algorithm on Facebook is fascinating. I just opened up Facebook because I have to open Facebook to start a video, to add eCam, all the things that we had to change with Zuckerberg. Sort of jamming up how we're allowed to talk to Facebook with video these days. And as I did it, I know most of us have probably been getting these just, you don't really see your friends anymore, right? You do. We see a lot of stuff. Obviously, the groups you're involved in, all that stuff will come up. Can we agree it's an inordinate amount of ads? And then based on like the algorithm, they're trying to put groups in front of you that might be of interest to you. So I got to be honest, I was sort of shocked, but it was a blessing because it brought up a conversation that I'd like to have right now. One of the groups that populated in my feed was the Dull Woman's Club. So 7 things there, but let's start with the first 3. They think I need a club. When I say they, I mean Meta. Meta thinks I need a club. Meta thinks I'm a woman. And Meta is convinced I'm dull. So they threw the Dull Woman's Club in front of me. Needless to say, somebody posted her trash barrel. And I don't know what part of the country she was in. She posted her trash barrel, and she had told the story that she brought a trash down. Of course, the truck, most towns and cities, the truck comes and actually has hands that picks it up, dumps it into the thing about the stuff, puts it back down, and it didn't, it doesn't always close. It rarely closes. The flap was open. She had rain in her part of the country, so half of her trash barrel was full. She pulled it up next to her house and thought to herself, well, I'll leave the trash barrel open. With the heat, the rain will evaporate. Well, the weather didn't cooperate with her, and she just posted a photo of the full trash barrel. And that reminded me of a story. And just in thinking of the business planning clinic and thinking of the organizational model and people wondering whether they should be a solo artist or do a mentorship or join a team. Am I a team member or am I a team lead? And the word rainmaker has been used in sales for thousands of years, right? And the picture of the trash barrel made me think, do people consider themselves a rainmaker or do they consider themselves a rain barrel? And there's a story that goes, into this. And the mindset is, are you going to sit and collect what comes to you or are you going to go out and create it? And no matter what you decide your position is in this industry, and I would argue, and I always say to people, when people join our company, the initial thing that people do is they will start to hear, and it hits your RAS, right? Your RAS is your reticular activating system. If you buy a red car, you will see red cars. If a future client of ours is going to work with one of our agents, and they know that one of our agents works at Keller Williams, as they're driving around town, now all they will see is Keller Williams signs. So your reticular activating system, whatever you want to see, you will see. If I tell you right now, wherever you are, whatever room you're in, whatever car you're driving in, look at all the things that are blue, you will see all the things that are blue. And conversely, our mind has trouble processing negative commands. If I tell you right now to ignore all the things that are red, you immediately see all the things that are red because I said red. Because in order to ignore them, you have to find them. So are we behaving because we haven't yet stamped on our forehead or put the merit badge across our chest that we are rainmakers because you have decided yet you don't have a team, so you couldn't possibly be a team lead? You have no one to make rain for, so why would you be a rainmaker? All of us in our respective businesses are creators. When you're working with a buyer, you're not selling them a house, you're helping them buy a house. If you're the list agent, you're not selling the house for your seller, you're helping them move. And I'm not using this language to change the semantics so we all sleep better at night. I'm making sure we understand what we do. We create opportunity for the people that we serve. In doing so, the result is phenomenal. You're experiencing phenomenal opportunity at the closing table for you and your loved ones. And in order to get to that closing table, think about the journey you took. And this is going to feel like I'm picking on you. And I'm not going to apologize. This is something we're going to discuss on Thursday. How well are we tracking? Everyone, I'm talking to me too. How well are we tracking? Are we making sure that when the Joneses get to the closing table, when the Carters finally fix their credit, are we tracking all the things they did? So we can replicate those activities, replicate that experience for the next person who chooses us to be their trail guide. I fear for most of us, when we think rainmaker, we think, oh, I make deals fall from the sky. And arguably that could be true, depending on your status and your position within a team. Because there are teams that are big enough that somebody calls the person who started the team years ago and says, I'd like to X. And then you're in a position where you're like, yes, I'm going to have you work with Steven. Yes, I'm going to have you work with Kelly. Until then, we have to be the storm for ourselves. We have to go rustle the bushes up. We have to make it rain for our little business as it starts. I was at an event, might have been a breakout session we had at Mega Leadership in May. And somebody was very conscious of the fact that we shouldn't be referring to our agents as small business owners. Oh, we're so worried about our feelings, and in the moment, and I didn't pick a fight. I was dying too, as you can imagine. I wasn't going to pick a fight. At my table, I made a point of saying, if you look up what a small business is in North America by metrics, right? And numbers are the language of our business. We're all small business owners. Why not behave that way? The important word is not small. The important word is business. This can be whatever you want it to be. If you want it to be a hobby, awesome. Don't be upset with yourself when you're getting hobby results. When we lean in, when we start to do the activities that you would do if today, Monday, June 24th, 2024, you walk into your business, even if you're employee number one, it's just you working for you in order to make opportunity flourish for your loved ones at home. Backed by the whole staff here. Yet in your little brand, it's just you. Why would that not make you want to behave like a rainmaker? And I say this with no judgment because you're thinking now, okay, well, Timmy, then you're saying that people on teams are just rain barrels. No, I'm not. People across the spectrum of real estate can behave like rain barrels. My question for you as your coach this morning is, what if we all behaved like rainmakers? Well, if we were all doing that, we would be missing out on opportunities. We would need some rain barrels. We wouldn't need rain barrels. We would need to introduce some people to the industry and teach them how to catch. An inordinate amount of rain created by an inordinate amount of rainmakers at our company would flood the industry with the active listings that we currently require. Here in New England, more than anywhere else in the country, our pricing is saving our life. Our good acts are saving our life. You guys working your butts off is saving our life. And you're doing all this amidst the fact that we have the lowest housing stock and the oldest housing stock on planet America. So the simple question that we have for ourselves today is, what if all of us behave like rainmakers today? What if I decide to jump in Thursday for the halftime business planning clinic? To stay on track, to get back on track, or to make a track? What if I chose on Thursday, August 9th, to go back into bold and rediscover some of the things, as the great Mark King would say, what did we used to do that worked so well, we just stopped doing it? What is that for you? How could you change the way you look at things so the results of your activities change? If I can help with any of this, let me know. It is 603-834-2856. You can also book my face at meetwithcoach.com. Today at 11 o'clock, Hudson Warren, our bold coach for Thursday, August 9th, will be right here at kellertv.com. Take care.